Testing, testing. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it. Cool. We got it. Hell yeah. 1 second. How you been? How you been? Thanks for all the hearts. Thanks. Trying to kind of branch out, you know. It's a little weird here though because the camera is like inverted, so like my left arm is now on the right side of the camera. So I hate it. And I hate it. But you know what? We gotta do stuff. We gotta do stuff. So it's all good though. It's all good though. I went golfing. Not really. Well, I went golfing without golfing, and I was a heckler, so I got to yell at people all day. I had to tell them to clench their butt cheek and stuff. You know, it was my job to make them fuck up. I loved it. It was great. The sun was like really hurting my eyes, so that's why I bought this hat. Otherwise, I do not be wearing hats. I'm not a hat guy. No hats for me. Not really. Hood? Oh yeah, definitely a hood guy. Hell yeah. Bam. Yeah. Bam. Bam. That's on me, you know, because it'd be like, Yoop. Oh no, that thing died. I need to get a new one. Ta-da. Now you can have high quality sound effects from Lord Ellis. This is going to be Lord Ellis ASMR. If I was a cat, that's how I drink my water. Or Lord Ellis ASMR. You know? No. I should do ASMR though, like actually. This app. I don't know. It's got a lot of different things on here. What is it? You can put stuff in the chat. You can have emojis. You can put other stuff in there. You can do hearts. You can do like other like emojis and reacts and stuff like that too. So yeah, just kind of like spreading my influence a little bit more because it to me it feels like YouTube has like a lot cleaner energy. I feel like when I'm on TikTok, I feel like the energy is kind of like rigmarole. You never know what you're gonna get really. Yeah, it's just hard because it's like I don't have as big of a presence here on YouTube that I do on TikTok, at least not yet. So 11/11, as I said it, because I'll be able to monetize this probably a lot more. Yeah, man, it's just trying to keep on top of the content. It's something, but I'm here for it. So yeah. So how are you? How are things over there in Georgia? Hey Vanessa, how you doing? How you doing? Could you guys do me a favor and potentially share this or do whatever you got to do to make this like a little more poppin'? Trying to push myself a little bit more outside of just good old TikTok. Hello, 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 Sam. Hey, we got people coming in. No, I've been on YouTube Live before. There was one other time I was on YouTube actually. At some point in time, I'm gonna be on a system where I can like multi-stream, and I can just show up. My face gonna be all over your internets. So yeah, but nah. Honestly, I don't even think I meet the requirements to go live. But like, here I am. So yeah. Oh, look at you guys. You guys like my chalkboard back here? This is for when I use the Lionsgate portal manifestation thing. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to be using probably. Yeah. The other thing though that I don't like about YouTube is that its interface inverts the camera. So my left arm is on my right side and my right arm is on my left side. I don't like that. This is my right arm. I'm right-handed. you know, and I hate it because then I got to look at my face inverted too. And I'm like, man, I hate that shit, you know. But yeah, no, it inverts the camera. I don't like it. I don't know how to fix it either. I don't know if it's a camera thing or if it's a I don't know if it's a camera thing or if it's like a setting. Customization. That's not, yeah, it's not really giving me any settings for the camera. Highlight video, marker, share. That's okay. That's okay. Well, thanks. I don't know. I think it looked better with my face when it's not inverted, but you know. Yeah, no, I do. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like dead. I feel like Facebook's kind of dead, really. You know, because like I don't even have like a lot of people necessarily like interacting like with my page. Like, was it when the damn, both my headphones died. My headphones, my speakers, my little mics died, so I gotta charge these. Sorry about that, guys. But what was it? Yeah, no, it's just Facebook just feels like when the Lionsgate thing was coming up, I had like probably like 200 views that came out of nowhere from my page, which was really cool. But yeah, I would say like both my personal page, so like my Facebook, from my personal page and my business page, both those don't really get like a lot of interactions. You know, I've actually never had an Instagram. Believe it or not, I have never had an Instagram, not once. Which you know, I probably should at some point. You know, I'm probably gonna have to have all the things. Gotta have 30 fucking apps. You know, for this bullshit. But yeah. But anyways, guys, what is it? There's no like amount or like counter here, so just keep the little hearts going. I guess we're gonna do like a little collective on here, and then what I'll probably do is I will probably jump on TikTok for maybe like a little bit more after this one. And we'll see what's what, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I mean, they're bringing MySpace back. Maybe that's where like I'll be shining, you know, for real. I'll be on MySpace. I never got to get on MySpace. You know, my parents didn't let me have internet then. Couldn't even have an email address. You know, it's just. That's interesting. Why is it interesting being over here? Why is it so interesting? Yeah, no, I'd be hearing about it. They're like, they're gonna bring it back. They're gonna bring it back. You know, and it's one more fucking thing to be on. Like, you know. Yeah. It is a different vibe, and I don't think I can have music on here because like I think it copyright. Like I don't know. I can't remember if that's how that works or not. Over here, I'm trying to play by the rules. You know. Oh yeah, Patreon too. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. Yeah, can't have music, guys. Sorry, no shuffle Mancy today. Damn. All right, I'm gonna do my disclaimer. We're gonna get into this really quick, okay? So, a disclaimer: this is gonna be a general collective message. It does not target any single person for any particular reason. It does not consider its creed, nationality, race, monetary status, religious affiliation, and/or organization. This is not against anyone's political affiliation and/or organization. This is not against anyone's sexual identity and/or orientation. This cannot be used against me in the court of law any whatsoever because everything I'm saying is for entertainment purposes only. So, therefore, I'm in character. If it was brought up in court, it would be taken as an accusation, a presumption, and/or hearsay, and will be omitted from the records. In the event I talk about any person, place, or thing, or timeline that is past, present, and future, please understand that it's completely fictitious in order for me to give you the story that you're looking for today. I do not consent to having my content or my likeness being recorded in any way whatsoever. That also includes AI. I'll bill you $111 for 2 minutes of my content that you have stolen from me, you little fucker. Anyways, so take resonates, leave the rest. If you need to swap the energies of masculine and feminine energy around, please do so, but do not force us to fit. Let's see what's in the energy. Oh shit! How was it? Tell me about it. That's something. That's some other stuff there. You know. What is it? So I hear some people like when they go to like do the things like out in the rainforest or whatever else, they have like strict diet. You're out there for like 3-4 days. Oh hell yeah! Nice. Tell me about it. Was it awesome? Was it super cool? All right. What's the energy in the collective right now, Spirit? King of Wands showing up right away. So somebody's in their power. Somebody's directing their energy in a certain direction. This is a fire sign right here. I bet they did. I bet there was. Ooh, hell yeah. Damn, that sounds like an experience. You should make sure you're down. You know, that's a really cool experience. 3 of Cups in the reverse. So this King of Cups, he's turning his back on a 3 of Cups in the reverse. The 3 of Cups could be like turning their back on like partying and celebrating and stuff like that. This could be dealing with third parties. This could also be too that maybe the King of Wands had a group of individuals around them, right? You see how his back's turned to them? It's like turning away from that. Could be a lifestyle, could be a group of people, could be an activity. I will say though that the King of Wands, he is looking towards the past. So we're gonna go with this full row here before I figure out what it is that he's looking in that direction for. See the King of Swords and the Star. Someone's being very intelligent about their North Node and what they're pouring into. We got the Queen of Cups. People are not celebrating a mother figure. Because the King of Wands, his back is turned to the 3 of Cups. So he's not celebrating. These aren't really like his people necessarily, right? Queen of Cups, so she's queen of the suit. So these could be her daughters, right? Because you have the queen and then you have the 3 of Cups. You have the mom and then you have the 3 daughters. So that could be a potential here. But these 3 daughters would also take after their mother because she's in the reverse and they're in the reverse. This could also just state that these 3 women, these 3 not caring or nurturing, these are the type of people that would be out partying at any time of the day, any time of the week. We have the Knight of Wands. Somebody's going to be taking impulsive action. Sorry, inspired action because it's in the upright, but Freudian slip. So somebody could be taking impulsive action towards a Queen of Cups in the reverse. This could be somebody who's like self-serving, but it looks like the only person that she's serving would be the Knight of Wands because she's got her back turned towards the 3 of Cups. So her back is also potentially turned towards or turned away from the party life. So now she wants to give to a Knight of Wands, and then the Knight of Wands wants to potentially go in that direction. And then we have Death. So it's like, I'm going to go that way for a little while. And then it's just like, I'm going to go back the other way now. Either that or they're going back, maybe their hope or their intention is change. Maybe this knight has Death that walks with him or around him. Death could be approaching a preacher, a woman, or a child. What else we got? We have the 9 of Cups in the reverse. Because it goes from taking inspired action towards the Queen of Cups to hoping that it will bring maybe change, maybe transformation. Like somebody's like praying and begging, like, you know, please change, please change. Might just decide to remain kind of arrogant. And I don't know if this is continuing to refer on that same Queen of Cups or if this is somebody else. But with the 9 of Cups, this is somebody coming in with masculine energy. This is a little arrogant. This is definitely like, you know, I have all these wonderful things. And then we have the Empress in the reverse. So this could be against somebody's position. This could be against somebody's like wish fulfillment in some kind of way, because death is coming towards the Nine of Cups that's in the reverse, with that Empress that's also in the reverse. And it could be that like this man, maybe there's a Hierophant in the reverse. This man, he is maybe like non-traditional, non-dogmatic, and he has a lot of different options, which puts him kind of in his pride. He's got his arms kind of crossed like this, so this tells me like he ain't really gonna listen to nobody or know how. And then next to him, though, you have an Empress. So he's got all these cups, he's got all these things, and he's still got the Empress. Empress is in the reverse, and I don't know if it's because of him or if that's just how she is, right? And she's one of them 9. I don't know. Let's see. Looking at right now. So the King of Wands, he's looking back at past heartbreak. The King of Wands, he's looking back on healing previous situations, because the Three of Swords is in the reverse, taking in that past position. Yeah, probably. I'm probably just going to do one more row. I appreciate you being here and supporting me, though. This is King of Wands. It's probably not as like flashy and fucking as like how people usually like it. We have the King of Wands with the Ace of Wands. So the King of Wands, he lost his power. Maybe the King of Wands was like really, really up, and now he's like really, really down. And it could be maybe healing is maybe like, maybe affecting his power or his libido. Here, the Nine of Pentacles with the Three of Cups in the reverse. So there could be like 3 feminine energies that are not getting along or working together. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So at least somebody in this group is at least like trying to follow the signs or listening to spirit, but the other three daughters of the Queen of Cups, they're not. Yeah, it'll take time. What's this Queen of Cups? What's her deal? Death in the reverse. This person does not change. The Queen of Cups is a person that does not change. And I feel like she doesn't like the fact that you listen to spirit and that you get rewarded for listening to spirit. This person, like their energy, their emotions could be showing you like death energy, or like maybe like sending you evil eye in some way. Yeah. The energy over here, it seems a lot cleaner. It doesn't seem as like strenuous, as dirty, It could be. It's a Knight of Wands. 7 of Swords in the reverse. So when the Knight of Wands went towards the Queen of Cups, they knew what they were doing. They said, yeah, they went that way. And the 7 of Swords, that's going to the past. That's going towards death. So that's going towards like not changing. So that could be picking up like old burdens or something. Okay. We have death, and then we have the 2 of Cups. This could be a change or a transition when it comes to a relationship or a dynamic. 2 of Cups. This could be soulmates. We have 2 snakes here. So this is like Kundalini rising energy. And these 2 snakes, they go up to meet the lion's head. And that could be like the Demiurge. That could be the Lion of Judah. Could be Aldebaoth. I'm going to need a clarifier because I'm very curious to know about that one. Oops. We have the Hanged Man. So somebody might be kind of prideful. They're having a different view on the 2 of Cups dynamic now, though. Because their world has been flipped upside down, their hands are kind of tied. Or maybe there's a new level of enlightenment when it comes to the 2 of Cups, so the soulmates. What's this Empress in the reverse? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Take a chance. Yeah. You did? That's pretty slick. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. So somebody's gonna take their chances, it sounds like. This Dark Empress or this Empress in the reverse, they're gonna take their chance. Could be on the person that's the Nine of Cups. I'm just gonna get a few more over here. All right. Anything I really want to look at is let's do the whole row. Fuck it. Where's that card? Huh. Of course it would be. Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. So, power, direction, fertility, abundance. Could be a lack of spark or a lack of energy in some kind of way. What's this Knight of Pentacles? We got the Page of Swords. Yeah, somebody's like listening to the truth. Somebody's trying to pay attention to the truth. Either they're not celebrating with these three energies anymore, or they're not looking to have that party lifestyle. Yeah, there you go. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I probably will. Probably will at some point, yeah. But yeah, somebody's like paying attention and they're listening to the truth now. This is a young energy, Page of Swords, right? These Three of Cups, these three energies, they're approaching that Page of Swords from the background, right? They're like, hey, like we see your truth now. Oh, let's talk about it. We have Death in the reverse. What's Death here for? The Sun in the reverse. Yeah, like the sun went away. There was no change. There's no enlightenment. People were fighting over, maybe what was right, maybe what was wrong. People were fighting over somebody else's potential. Some people saw this person and their truth and what they were getting into as a red flag, and they tried to like pull this or rip it or influence it in some kind of a way. What's the Seven of Swords here? We have Temperance. You have Temperance here. So somebody needs to essentially get back into like a certain level of equilibrium. They need to alchemize the situation. There could be an angel or a guide that could definitely help in this scenario. Because I see how, okay, the King of Wands is in the upright, but then underneath him, the Ace of Wands, so what the King's tool is in the reverse. So that means he would drop in levels, right? We don't have a Queen of Wands, but we do have a Knight of Wands. So this is like he got up off his throne, turned his back on, either three women, a group, maybe it was celebrating, maybe it was just like the party life, whatever. And then the person who is the Queen of Cups, their back is turned towards that too. So they're like, yeah, I'm not really looking to like party or hang out with, the girls and go clubbing or whatever else. But I think this person's still trying to pull on something else. I mean, the energy still kind of shows up as like self-serving, but it's like they want to give that cup and they want to serve that to the Knight of Wands, even though Queen of Cups in the reverse is typically self-serving. She's still presenting that cup to him. And there's two cups. So one cup can pour into the spiritual realm, right? And then the other cup, that is essentially going up into the air. Angel has 1 foot on land, 1 foot in the water, so that's 1 foot in the spiritual world, and then that's 1 foot in the physical plane. Because you have to do both in balance. You have to make sure that they're alchemized correctly and that you're balancing them. So this could be pouring into your emotions. This is going to be an emotional journey because there's a trail that comes outside of the pond. Stay open to receiving messages from spirit, but I would check into seeing like what angel this is. What's the Two of Cups? So there is a death, there is a change or a transition when it comes to a situation, but somebody still wants to nurture the situation. Somebody still wants to be able to pet that dog. Can pet your dog. Can pet that dog. What's the Hangman? We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse again. Could be that, this person's world has been flipped upside down because maybe they saw that, they were like gluttonous, they were overeating, they wanted to have their cake and eat it too. Could be that maybe there's nothing that can satisfy this Nine of Cups individual, He's got to have the 9 cups and that Empress. That Empress, she's going to take a chance. She's in the reverse. Why is she in the reverse? The Wheel of Fortune is in the upright. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So this looks like this is going to be a cycle where the Queen of Cups is coming along with the Empress, and this Nine of Cups dude, he's just got it going on, I guess. The Queen of Cups, she feels as though like something about this is fishy. Or it could be what they're offering is fishy. Now the Empress, she's even though she's in the reverse, she's sitting there and she's chilling. She's not doing anything. She's like, I'm just here, I'm proper, and I'm not going anywhere. And we're on this Queen of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Hierophant. And with the Hierophant, well, there's something traditional here. There's something dogmatic here. Something needs to be unlocked when it comes to two individuals, because we got 2 keys, right? And we have the Empress and the Queen of Cups, and then in the Hierophant, right, we have these 2 men that are here, and then the keys are there, right? So something about this person's keys, it could be their rod, it could be their power, something in scripture, right? It could be something that is like agreed to. I don't know. But this is a new cycle. Wheel of Fortune is in the upright, so it looks like it's doing all right. I want to get just a few more on this Hierophant energy real quick. What are the 2 keys? What are the 2 keys for these people? Interesting. So 1 key is in the mountains. Another key is in Egypt. So one thing that somebody needs to work on, because there's 2 people and then there's that Hierophant, right? Somebody has an issue with being impulsive with their moves, where they want to travel, what they want to do with their wand. With the Fool in the reverse, somebody else could have an issue potentially with flour. So that could be the Lord's Loud. This could also potentially be cocaine, because he's sniffing it and it is a white flower. Maybe somebody's favorite strain could be white flower. I don't know if that's a thing. I know White Widow's a thing. And they have like a little doggy. They have a little familiar here. So to me, so to me, it's like the Hierophant's like, hey, this is what this thing says. Because a lot of times the Hierophant, if it's not a like ordained preacher, this could be somebody who is like a spiritual teacher. This could be somebody who is a therapist. This could be just like somebody that people in the community go to talk to about their stuff, right? So one person, they're impulsive. They want to travel. They want to do stuff. Like they don't really be listening with the Knight of Wands, right? Oh, you're good. And then the other energy, right, is coming in as the Fool. Now the Fool is the strongest card in the deck, so it's like they have like is like they drop the bag or they drop the package, and then they're just kind of sitting there hanging on, and they're like either smelling the flowers or they're smoking the flowers or the substance, like whatever it is, and they're just kind of hanging on. And then the thing is too, it's like both these people are in conflict with one another because they're coming in like this, right? You see this? Damn, I try to. So he's coming in like this, right? With these 2 people, okay? And I wanted to know, what are the keys? What are the keys? What are they unlocking? Right? But then underneath here, right? These are the two people. These are the two keys, right? But this person, right? They're hanging on for dear life while they're like, smelling the roses, enjoying life, whatever they're doing. And even their familiars, and this could be spirit, are like, whoa, what are you doing? You're being foolish right now, right? And then this look, there's all that unlimited potential in such a small package, right? Because the Fool is the strongest card. Fool can be anything. But then this other one over here, this Knight of Wands, they wanna travel. They wanna go, right? And this is like wand against wand. So it could be like projection versus projection, what have you. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands. The Emperor. So the Hierophant serves as kind of like this dampening energy over here where it's like, hey, you're doing too much. You're being impulsive. Nope. We gotta keep going. We gotta stay on this track. I know you want to call in. Nope. So the Emperor is in control of this person's like impulsivity, essentially. This person, they could lead more so from their head. We also have Aries with the Emperor. There's the ram or the goat, right? And Rams, this person, they lead by their head. They lead by like their ego, right? And Aries being like the first zodiac, they're like the most immature out of all of them because they're a new soul, right? They're new to that zodiac wheel. So the Emperor basically is like, hey, no. What's the Fool? We have the Lovers in the reverse. So the Lovers in the reverse, this could be a situation where there's a check mark where, discussions need to be had about some things. Are we continuing this? Are we not continuing this? Is what we're doing kind of foolish here? I'm not sure. Now, the person who is showing up as the Fool, they're like hanging on the edge, right? And with the Lovers in the reverse, this could be about a love situation that they are a part of. Maybe they used to not be a part of this. But we still have like the three energies though. So another way I can read this too is that Hierophant is hanging off the edge because they're smelling something. Maybe it's from the past. And if it ain't that, then you got the Lovers. That's that whole other situation. Can I get one more over here? Because there's like a lot of major arcana right here. We have the Three of Cups. It's like, okay, there's a couple messages. So this Hierophant's trying to do things in their power. They're trying to do things by the rules, but sometimes they step into this Emperor energy where they're the Emperor and they're just going to do what they're going to do, and that could even be impulsive. Now with the Fool in the reverse, right? This person, they might be trying to hold on to things that are traditional. They might be trying to hold on to things that are dogmatic, or they might be trying to hold on to one of these people. Now, both of these people are coming to the Hierophant for a key, essentially. Now, Lovers in the reverse, this could be the ending of a commitment, right? Now, somebody could have made a foolish choice or something in this position, and we have the Three of Cups. Give me one more. We have the Six of Wands. The Hierophant feels like they're burdened with like lovers, responsibilities, rules, regulations. Like they love what they do. They did a lot of hard work to get where they're at. But I feel as though like these robes, they come with so much weight and rules and regulations that I feel as though, again, because when they're in their feminine, right, they're more traditional and dogmatic and like, okay, we're doing stuff by the rules. But then in their masculine, they're a little bit more dominant and controlling. The other thing too, though, if I'm going to be honest, this could be Emperor Empress energy, and that could be different too. Like both these people are coming in with different purposes, essentially. But the person who is showing up as the Fool with the Lovers in the reverse, again, I think that the Hierophant, I think they're overburdened by connections, and they're afraid that, you know, if they go towards a connection, whether it's like this is twin flame, this is soulmate, whether it's a third party, whether it's not a third party, they just feel like they're just overburdened in general when it comes to the stuff. With the 10 of Wands, they're just like, bro, I'm fucking exhausted, man, fucking exhausted. And then we got the 6 of Wands, right? But you know, somebody's still getting victory, somebody's still getting recognition, somebody's still getting all the head pats and all the good girls, and you're the most amazing person that is known out here, right? Because the person that is getting the head pats and the congratulations, they're not, I don't think that they could be one of the people in the 3 of Cups. So it could be that only one person is like really getting like the accolades. Give me more on this Hierophant though. I'm a little curious. We have the 8 of Wands. 8 and 2. Yeah, so like a lot of projections and stuff are being sent at the Hierophant's, I guess, like crossroads or decisions or choices, you know? Okay, have a good one. Drive safe. A lot of projections are being shot at Hierophant's love connections when they show up, or new beginnings, or anybody that like really wants to celebrate them. It looks like stuff's being shot. We have the Magician in the reverse. Yeah, this is black magic or manipulation. And it's like they're trying to put the Hierophant in a position where they have to choose between this one and this one. Look at it. Right? Hierophant, right? Wearing red. Hierophant. Magician, wearing red. Same row, but at the bottom. And now it's pointing at the Knight of Wands, right? And then the Magic Wand, where the magic is actually coming from, right? These projections, right? It's coming from the person that's getting like all the head pats and the congratulations, right? Right? Because as the Hierophant, this energy is already getting victory and recognition. But again, there's an energy is trying to put them in a position where they got to choose between this thing and this thing. And there is magical influence that's here. Tell me more about this Magician energy. 5 of Wands in the reverse. People don't want to fight anymore. People don't want to fight anymore. People don't argue anymore. It could have been that when it came to the magic that maybe some things didn't manifest fully. Because the difference between the 8 and the 5 is 3. No, it's because they lost money. It's because these people lost a fuck ton of money. They're trying to get somebody essentially to like be so overburdened that, one, they don't tap into the treasures of their inner childhood. 2, could even be like unresolved trauma, like things need to be balanced. I'm seeing 2 scales in the background. But they paid a lot of fucking money to do that. They paid a lot of fucking money to do that. Holy shit. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Or this could have been magic that was done on somebody at like since they were a child to block their spiritual inheritance, potentially. Give me one more for the Magician. King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, it's like somebody's using somebody's past traumas to essentially like re-traumatize somebody in the current. And with the King of Swords, this is either via speech or this is via mental. Like somebody's trying to play a chess game. This person could be an air sign with the King of Swords. But the King of Swords is more focused on getting messages from the Most High and also healing certain things with the Three of Swords in the reverse that are from childhood. But all this stuff is centered around the Hierophant / King of Swords person. The moon. Something's about to be discovered here. Something in the moonlight. Well, that red's still showing up, so it's like this could be like a nice, attractive, alluring energy, right? But with the two dogs, so one being a wolf, one being a dog, both of these energies are looking and barking at the Hierophant energy, who has the key for both of them. And so I feel as though they're kind of more in like I'm gonna veil, I'm gonna cloak, and with this lobster here, they're like, I'm gonna armor up. I'm gonna armor up a little bit. Armor up just a little bit. Judgment. It was unjust how somebody was treated as a child, and this has remained hidden. This treatment that they could have gotten as a child could have came directly from their mother and their father. But I'm also seeing this is like unbalanced, like the two people are coming forward being like, this is unbalanced, or we feel like you're judging or you're handling things too harshly or too egoically. Judgment in the reverse, King of Wands in the reverse, Justice in the reverse. Like I keep paying attention to like these red robes that keep showing up. It's like the same energy that like puts you in your mind is the same energy that like frees you at the same time. Eight of Swords. I see you. It's like you free somebody, but in freeing them, you're disappointed. I don't know if they deny a higher calling or if they would have made a bad judgment call, like a childish judgment call in some kind of way, and then this is going to lead you to walk away or leave, and then essentially you go or return to the Empress. And then you guys, I guess, like celebrate and have a great time. Yo. No, Empress gonna take care of you. Don't matter if she's in the reverse or not. She's gonna take care of you. When you leave this other person behind, you're gonna leave them with like a lot of feelings and a lot of different emotions. But this person, like, you know, they spilled their own stuff, really, what it looks like. And they're both gonna run back to you. They're both gonna run back to you, or to the Hierophant, whoever, the Six of Cups right here. They're both gonna run back eventually to the Hierophant. And the Hierophant's always like, I'm right here. Yeah, but then these two people, they want to like clash. They're like, my truth, my truth. Oh, but then somebody else comes in, whether it's the Knight of Swords or the King of Swords, and they say some stuff, and whatever they say, that stuff, that hits straight to the chest. Like they come in and they're just like, rah, 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 and then the person's like, listen here. Oh shit, that could be an investigator with the Hermit. And if it's not that, it's like somebody's coming out and they're just being like, look, you bring me this and you bring me this. Like, why are you guys fighting over me? I'm here to like lead people. I'm here to teach people. I'm trying to do that to you. You know, you like this person's got this imbalance and needs a key, and this person is imbalanced. Both are showing up needing, and if they're not needing a key, both of these people are keys to the Hierophant. Both of them. right? One key, right, is about the rod or is about the power. The other rod is about the rules, the law, the information, what is inside the book. What about this hermit? The person who's gonna like try to come in and speak or say some, kind of foul stuff, this person was already on like an agenda already and they're about to get caught up. They're gonna get caught up with lying. Yeah. So there's going to be like 2 or 3 energies where there's going to be some kind of conflict or conversation, and what's that going to end up happening is there's going to be a third party that comes in, whether this is you or somebody else, and they're going to say some stuff about the fight, like you guys should stop fighting. Like, why are you guys fighting about this situation or the Hierophant or whatever? Blah blah blah. But they're already stealing. They're already running off with something, and they're going to get trapped by the lie. Now, this is showing up on the impulsive person's side, so this also might have something to do with the law. Like somebody over here was doing some impulsive stuff for a minute, and this is going to get him caught up. And when the Hierophant finds out that this is why this person get caught up, Either way, at the end of the day, you're protected. Either way, you're going to be protected. And what I see here is that after this person who basically shows up and is like, you guys should stop arguing about, each other or him or her or this or that, that is the same person who's going to get caught for lying. They're going to have to leave. Then the Hierophant will be back down to just the 2. One more. Yeah, somebody's gonna go through some fucking misfortune, bro. It's whoever's lying. Yep, when they get found out, it's gonna be a bad time. Won't be a bad time. Yep, and then basically it's just the Chariot. The Hierophant is going to be in control of that vehicle or that car, and light and dark are going to be balanced out. But it does look like some things kind of need to transpire here from what I can see. So, but that is what I have for the General Collective. Thank you. If you like the way that I read, or if you're looking for a reading, my readings are 3333. I have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Links are in my description. Well, description's not really here. It kind of is. Me? I don't think I'm mad. Troubled, maybe. I don't know about mad. Of course. Woo! I don't think so, no. Is it going to be the new COVID? Or is it going to be the new Rona? I am nuts, absolutely. Yeah, I hope not too. I hope not too. Damn, a lot of people are fighting over that Hierophant energy. What I see. Because they Archangel. Alrighty, I'm gonna head out. Maybe you'll catch me on TikTok. I'm gonna take me like a little break, and I'll probably pop on over there. But thank you guys for coming. Thank you for enjoying the collective, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.